What if I told you Africa is not poor because it failed, but because it was made poor? Africa had gold, universities, global trade, advanced systems. Yet today it's labeled underdeveloped. So what happened? And more importantly, who benefited? Stay with me, because the answer changes everything. Before Europe's rise, Africa was already global. West Africa controlled gold trade that powered Europe's economy. Mali, Songhai, Ghana, these weren't villages, they were empires. Timbuktu had universities when Europe was still struggling with literacy. Books were copied by hand, traded like gold. African kingdoms traded with North Africa. And I tell it is sin, but it's lath of the Middle East. Asia, Europe. Africa was not isolated. Africa was essential. So poverty didn't start here. Everything changed when Africa became a resource, not a partner. First came slavery. Millions of able-bodied Africans were removed. Not just people, but skills, labor, generations. Then came colonialism. Europe didn't build Africa. It restructured Africa to serve Europe. Railways weren't built to connect Africans to each other. They were built to move resources to the coast. Borders weren't drawn by Africans. They were drawn in European offices. Africa's economy was redesigned for export, not development. Let's be honest, Europe's industrial growth didn't happen in isolation. Factories needed cotton, rubber, against gold, labor, the raw materials. Africa supplied them. While African economies were frozen, European economies exploded. Even after independence, control didn't end. Debt replaced chains. Trade rules replaced colonial laws. Corporations replaced governors. Africa stayed exporting raw materials and importing finished products. That system still exists today. People say Africa failed because of corruption, but corruption exists everywhere. The difference: Africa was never allowed to fully recover. When systems are designed against you, progress becomes harder. Africa didn't start late. Africa was pushed back. The real question isn't, why is Africa poor? It's, why is Africa still forced to play by rules it didn't write? And what happens when Africa finally controls its resources, its narratives, its future? That story is still being written. If this changed how you see Africa, hit like. If you want more truth they don't teach in school, subscribe. And comment below. Do you think Africa's rise is inevitable?